Can I have the power to always put down scissors when you put down paper?
Do you want it to be in canon that you've never lost rock, paper, scissors?
Sure.
All
I like
right.
that.
Let me type that up.
Just by
Remind me not to gamble against this guy.
As we fade into today's story, I'm sitting there playing her repeatedly and just losing over and
All
over.
right.
How's it even fucking possible?
You just are sitting there muttering, but the law of averages does not exist.
You all meet up in the Reach. Following the events of the previous night, you need to find your way to the Tavern on the Sea, situated in the Reach. The Careless Captain. How are you feeling about the general situation of last night?
Quite frankly, I'm feeling pretty amped up. You know, I view this both as a chance to not only get to, potentially earn enough money to retire so I never have to lift another finger in my life, but also a chance to prove that I'm good enough, strong enough to even save the world, again, without Tarsha helping me when I was essentially made for her in the lab almost.
I'm feeling pretty good. Honestly, a little PO'd, because it's going to take away from my fighting in the ring, but as long as I get to knock some heads, I think I'll be alright.
I think she would feel rather, on the surface level at least, kind of annoyed that she went from one person she has to listen to another person, but
Right.
probably quietly optimistic about the idea of actually being free from, like, a life of crime and debt.
Well, I woke up this morning with the feeling of magical loin.
Magic in your loin? Is that what you said?
Magical
That
loin?
is what he said.
Mm-hmm. Brother, that reminds me, we need to see a doctor about your nether regions.
Or I've had an erection for over 4 hours. Should I go see a doctor?
You were not told who your contact is.
By the way, where's my money that you stole,
God.
you little hussy?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, I
pull
noticed
Ben's
that.
bag off of you.
You know,
Give me my money, Cruella de Vil.
I don't think we established you ever found out that my character allegedly took your money, and so I feel like you wouldn't have that opportunity to make that.
Well, I think you can allegedly suck me.
You arrive at the Careless Captain. The people that fill the tavern are different each time because it's on the sea. Ships come and go. People do a lot of trading here. Some people are just stopping in for a break or maybe to get some citrus in them so they don't die. The constant here is First Mate Siege, who is a retired seaman, and his trusty revived dead dog Bones.
Oh, I like bones.
Man, there are seamen everywhere.
See women
Can I
as well.
roll for perception to see if our contact is anywhere abouts here? Oh, I can't see.
I walk
This
over
may
to First
take a
Mate
while to
Siege
say
and
as
order
well.
a
It better not
grog
be
tower.
hereditary.
Ahoy, Benny!
Hey, First Mate Siege, how you doing today, man?
Well, as well as I was yesterday. Who are your friends?
That's all you can ask for. These are some potential coworkers. We're here getting some stuff done. I was going to ask you, we're supposed to meet somebody here, but I don't really know what he looks like. Have you seen anyone that looks, maybe even more weird than usual or official or anything?
Co-workers? You, a job?
Yeah, I figured I need to work one big job once, so then I can retire and just spend the rest of my days here at the finest tavern on the sea.
People come, people go. Siege doesn't remember.
Siege, that's a nice peacemaker you got up there.
Don't make me get it down.
Oh, never, brother.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll have a grog tower while I'm standing here.
And throw on a LaCroix on there. He owes me.
He puts
Sorry,
the grog
Benny,
tower on the counter,
Hey.
slides it to Benny, and says,
Congratulations on your weird job.
Thank you, sir. And then I turn around and start looking for a table. Looks like these are all full. I'm gonna go check out upstairs.
I'd like
White
to
and
roll a stealth and sleight of hand check.
"Okay, to do
Fine.
what?"
I'm currently checking out the waitress, both a sexual way and also in a non-sexual way because I want to rob her. Oh no. +1, 10.
She does have jugs.
That's good to know.
There's no pockets on what she's wearing. It's likely her stuff is stored elsewhere.
Yeah, and I walk up and say to her, hey, you might watch that one right there. She'll rob you. My opinion's not high of Cruella de Vil.
I give Finn a really just disgusting stare and spit at his feet and walk up the stairs.
You hear a
then-
couple of the folks in the lizard crew going, "Ooh."
And now I'm by the bar and I'm drinking.
Brother, we'll be dead by 55, just pissing bits of our liver out. We like to drink.
You're just a drunk, or is that because you feel a magical feeling in your loins?
You see a crew of orcs or ogres or some giant creature type people. They are dividing up parts of some creature that they've dismembered on the table. Elsewhere, you see a ragtag kind of group overlooking a map of the sea and sifting through bags with all kinds of different trinkets and rewards in them. You also see two hooded figures in the corner going over a scroll in a language you don't recognize and some minerals that you've never seen before.
If I wanted to try to like overhear a conversation, what kind of check would that be? Okay. I think I'm going to try to walk over in this corner to listen over to the two hooded figures with the unknown gems.
Ooh.
Ooh.
God.
We're starting off pretty good.
I walk up to the table and talk to the head one and ask what animal they're eating. I'm asking, what do you feast upon?
Piss off.
I try to be charismatic and gain more insight about...
Do you want to gain
I'm trying to-
insight
I'm
into
trying
the
to-
way
I'm
that
trying to
he
see
said
if
piss
there's
off?
I'm just trying to break through that character that he had. I know he has some good...
You have one sentence to make him like you.
Oh, boy!
Sup, boy?
That's it? Is that a traditional ogre greeting that you know? Roll persuasion. Go ahead. You said, "What's up, boy?"
I'm about to hit a 20.
He squints silently and looks at you for 4 seconds, and what feels like the longest 4 seconds of silence you've ever been in. And then he says,
What's poppin'?
Shop a Colin, where y'all coming from?
he points, and he says,
That way. Compass break. Don't know home.
Yo, Fim! Come on up here!
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
Ooh.
This is my brother Fim, boys. He's trustworthy.
Sup, boy?
He's a rat.
he looks at you and he says,
Strong.
Well, I don't like to flex much, and I slightly rip out of my shirt.
Please arm wrestle.
Just trying to not be associated with this
Right.
ragtag team.
Still struggling to drink this and realizing, like, damn it, I have to find a table. And I walk to the balcony hoping there's a chair out here.
I will arm wrestle you for that thigh over there.
he puts down his sword and laughs really hard, and then comes over to this side of the table and kind of nudges this guy back. Says, "Move, small boy." He gets down, drops a knee, plants his elbow on the table.
Can I put money on this?
I'm just sitting here eyeing up the guy I'm about to arm wrestle,
I'll
and
tell you
I've got my hands parallel, like showing the height difference and giggling.
And point out what looks like a hooded figure over on the other side of the balcony. And I think I'm kind of implying that maybe we should
Well,
go
let's
talk
head
to this
out
guy.
to the balcony for a little bit.
Shit, that's Manta! Hey, what's poppin', Slime?
Hey, Billy.
Oh, 6 feet, my brethren.
Manta's drunk. Maybe the drunkest you've ever seen him. Maybe the drunkest you've ever seen anyone. He doesn't look like he's having a good day.
Hey, Manta, what's going on? I do still stand like a little ways away.
She's gone, Billy. My aunt
What, your aunt's gone?
got it off my sister. Some goddess of the sea, huh?
Harsha's a fickle bitch, and by fickle I mean completely dead and gone.
To good health, Benny.
And he raises up his mug, kills it one more time, and just throws it into the harbor. He puts a hand on your shoulder as he passes you by.
Smooth seas, Benny. Skilled sailors.
Well,
Benny, what was
remind
that
me to
about?
wash my shoulder later. That's my best friend Manta, but his sister got salt sick recently, and it sounds like it's just been tearing his family up. He didn't look too good either. I'm
sorry to hear
I'm
that.
worried about him.
For like world knowledge, you can treat salt sick like a leprosy that only affects people that are at sea for a very long time, and you're more susceptible to it the older you are. It's very rare to hear of a younger person get salt sick. Manta's fairly young.
So he's not.
So Manta's sister's younger than him, right?
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe she got salt sick. I don't know. It feels like things are getting even worse the longer Tarsha's gone. And then I just kind of bow my head down and keep walking around here to see if there are any chairs out here. Oh, hey, I found a chair. Damn, maybe I should commit to the god of chairs. You know his name by any chance?
Cherry.
Oh.
Back
Oh,
inside, elbows on the table, your hands interlock. There are people in the upstairs are now watching.
Watch this, brother. I'm about to make a capital gain. I just had 27 grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm ready.
Let's go, big money, let's go!
You hear
Jeez.
the bang of your hand hitting the table, and he stands up and does a big flex, and then he says, "Soft."
I just look down in shame.
I immediately bust this door open and like stumble in, still holding my mostly empty grog tower, and just say like, "Hey, Fim, totally forgot got a meeting with the government guy. I need you to finish this one off."
I grab it from him and actually I hand it to the orc and say, "This one's on me, brother. You earned it."
This guy comes up to you and says, and at the bottom of your vision, you see subtitles appear, and it says, "Government? Who are you meeting with?"
Oh yeah, I'm just meeting with my old friend Nunya.
And it says, "Who's Nunya?"
None of your business, shark ass bitch.
The subtitles say, "That was extraordinarily rude, but I apologize."
I come forward and am curious, like, what their general adventure is, and I quickly apologize for my friend's behavior. He's and we're looking for a sea captain. Do you know anything about that, or can I hear some of the story?
captain.
Oh, really?
He jumps up on top of the plunder. He says, "I am Captain Longfellow from far away."
Far away, Longfellow. I'm just going to hear with my crew. I guess we're crew now, and we're looking for a particular captain that might help us on our journey.
A captain, you say? Well,
Yes, I would like to go ahead and interview for this job. My character is slightly bigoted, just in case you guys want to know.
okay,
But,
great, awesome.
Okay, all right.
Fantastic. Your
She has
pronouns are fuck off.
Yes. she has her problems. Anyway, I just wanted to know about your exploits. Like, what have you been doing recently? Like, what in the hell is all this cash, and what are you going to do with it, man?
He points at their log of the sea, and it has pins and drawings all over it. And he says, "We travel all seas for some time now to find the single piece.
What is the single piece? I'm not aware of this sea travel.
A legend, a treasure hidden far away."
Who hid the treasure?
"That's a great question. Some guy who's dead.
Well, then how do you know about it?
Well, whenever he was executed, he told everyone. In our country, at least.
Huh. Was that before or after you got executed?
During."
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, those are not two guys. Those are four little goblins.
No, exactly.
Oh,
talking
no,
about
those
those
are
two
two guys.
Oh, okay.
Then why are they only wearing one hood? I don't understand.
Yeah.
We're supposed to meet somebody, I thought.
I thought we were meeting a contact.
Yeah, we just don't know our contact.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know
but
about
that's
that.
Look in Discord. That's the face I'm making at these little goblin hooded creatures, trying to figure out if they're two people or four people. We've been in here wasting too much time.
Yeah, I mean, I will
That's
say,
I was trying to get money on this gym and shit over here. Like, scroll and gym. I was just trying to get money.
as I walk out, I vomit over the edge of the balcony.
Awesome.
I like to make a perception check to see what the two people outside are kind of like. If they're
Sure.
Oh, come on.
You
Five.
see an old man and a younger man.
Yeah, I see an
I would
old
like to roll for perception to see which one seems more likely to have a breath mint on hand.
Okay.
Oh, baby. Also, I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, man, listen. Do you have a mint by any chance?" I'm sorry. Okay, listen, Cruella, hold on. You're getting this, right?
I say, yeah, sure, okay. So I walk forward and ask, we've been sent by some, let's say, important people, and we're trying to find a contact. Would you happen to know anything about that?
I wear glasses.
I'm sorry, sir?
I don't have any contacts.
Would you happen to know anything about a contact from, let's say, a very important military figure in this city?
Military, certainly not. It's, you're not.
Oh, great, well,
You're not a federale, are you?
no, let's say I am a hired hand of sorts.
Prove it.
Do you want me to steal you right now? Or rob you, I mean?
Well, that wouldn't be anything. You could do something more nefarious.
True.
I walk up and raise my arm in the air and say, "See, my hand's more hired than hers."
What business would you have with someone in my trade?
Well, let's say we all had an interesting afternoon, gathered together a couple of individuals that may be...
Individuals? For sale?
Oh, no.
He interrupts you and he says, outstanding.
Oh no.
Here, I got this my friend Benny. How much would you think he'd be worth?
Let me take a look at you.
Is that good?
Difficult to tell the potential of this one, but in his current state, I'd say 2,000 gold pieces?
He
Fuck
is.
you,
I
man.
imagine.
I'm worth at least 4. How many slaves you got that can do this? And I do a somersault over the railing into the water.
Quite a showman. I regret to inform you that the more opinionated they are, typically the less they're worth.
Suppose that makes sense. Not really my trade, but
Oh,
All right,
anyway.
Cruella. I'm gonna meet you at the door.
anyway.
I start swimming over
Well,
here.
then I'd need quite much for you to forget everything you've said. Perhaps float me some coins so I know you're not a tattletale.
I'm not. But let's just say we're from the king. Would you have any
You're
other
from
information?
the king?
Indeed.
He puts a hand up. You should roll insight.
Oh, +1. Damn, I'm just.
The only thing you can tell is that he's doing it as a signal, and he's not signaling you.
You know, like,
Give
Like
me
what he
a
could
give
be
me a
doing.
perception check.
oh baby, I see everything.
You see an archer knocking an arrow from a boat across the harbor.
Okay, I push this old guy over and I jog up and I'm like, "Hey, Creel, guess what? It's time for us both to do my trick." And I push her over and fall back over.
What the shit?
The hand in midair, you see the hand the noble has up makes a signal, and an arrow hits exactly where you were standing. He then says over the rail, "Thief! She has my coin!"
Well, I think we need to go for a swim. Let's go on this way.
I
He's
kind of
running.
agree.
You hear the footfalls on the balcony above you as he runs inside yelling, "Thief!"
Okay, I run in the front door. I imagine we would get to the first floor at comparable times, just
Yes,
given.
you would get there about the same time because
Yeah.
you're like one of those handheld swimming motor things.
Yeah. Yeah, I run in and I'm like, "Hey, Siege, need your peacemaker. Guy's about to run downstairs and lie about me and my friend said we were stealing shit, but he's actually trying to sell me as a slave, swear to God."
And he runs down saying, "Thief!" And he's pointing at you. Siege stands up on top of the chest and says, "Nobody leaves."
Me and Andre are literally just right behind this guy now. Like instantly.
Standing behind him.
Standing right behind him.
About to blow it up.
Fortunately, the people upstairs don't seem to care because, you know.
Yeah, I just give my drunken rundown of it to Siege. I'm like, "All right, Siege, listen. We were outside looking for the work buddy I was talking to you about. We started talking to this guy. Then he says he's a slave trader. And so my great friend Criella here decided she wanted to sell me as a slave."
trader?
Yeah, so Criella wanted to sell me to make some money, but he said I wasn't worth that
Who's
much.
Criella?
Hey, my friend here wanted to sell me.
Hold on. And he steps behind the bar, pulls out his logbook where he's keeping people's tabs, and he flips a page until he gets to an empty one, and he clicks a little pen and he says,
Okay, start over.
And then we're talking to him, and he says, "Ho, ho, ho, no, he's a slave trader."
"Objection!
So then-
Objection!
No, hey,
Impossible!
you'll have your turn in court,
You're
young man.
slandering me!"
As they're bickering,
One at a time,
Stealthily
one at a
sneak away.
time.
Can me and Andre just put our hands on his shoulders?
But anyway,
Fin Violente, roll intimidation.
God bless. I just can't do anything at all. Like I just can't have fun.
Unhand me, filth! And he slaps your hand away.
Why can't I have fun?
so we found out he was a slave trader, so my good friend Criella wanted to sell me, make some money. But he was only going to offer 2,000 gold for me,
Where did
so then I wanted to
Criella
show how talented...
I'd like to roll a stealth. Try to sneak away.
I didn't even
Like in
notice
this
your
forest.
character was gone, so your disembodied voice just says, "I'd like to roll stealth." I almost just want to give it to you off principle. Okay, roll stealth at advantage because there's never been a more roguelike time to disappear ever.
That's +8 as well.
Okay, you're missing, and Siege is down just looking at his notebook, and everyone's kind of patiently watching, and he says,
Right, and Criella?
hey, well,
Benny?
looks like the thief isn't here anymore, isn't that right, my guy?
"Jeez, your friend, I saw you coming together. You shared a drink. You were talking."
She's more of a co-worker.
A coworker. Well, then next time you clock in, you'll know where she is, right? Where exactly is that?
Oh, well, next time I'm standing right here, I can say with certainty, you just tried to buy me as a slave and then lie to the
That
barkeep.
did not happen. These unfounded truths, and he's
Hey,
pointing
Siege.
at Siege.
Siege, you know me, man. Like, listen, I wouldn't hang out with thieves. Like, I got a good job working for good people, man. They're not thieves. This
I don't
guy's
know
trying to
anything
screw us.
about that, Benny, but it is a hell of a stretch to call a random guy a slave trader.
Well, that's
As
a
I'm
good-
heading away, I'd like to make a perception check on the slave trader and see if there's anything I can potentially steal off his body to be incriminating.
Sure. Where are you?
Let's say I'm like in this group of people that makes the most sense of just
Okay,
disappearing.
you, as a rogue, expert in infiltration, make minor adjustments to your clothing to where you're not exactly peripherally noticeable, and you're standing just out of eye shot of First Mate Siege, blending in with this table and telling them a riveting story that they're just enraptured by.
The barnacle was ugly, you say?
You see a piece of paper sticking out of his pocket that reads like a bill of sale.
As Benny and the slave trader are arguing, I try to get Andre's attention. I keep telling this riveting story to these fellows over here and slowly make my way to Andre. And I nudge him, and let's say he notices that I'm just a slightly disguised version of myself. And I whisper to him, check his pockets real quick. Yeah, it was a 19 plus 4. So.
Awesome. You have solely Andre's attention. It was done so professionally that you don't have Fem or Benny's attention.
So I whispered to Andre, I noticed he might have a document in his pockets that could be incriminating. Since you're right behind him and he knows you're there, maybe see if you can try to slip into his pocket.
You
know,
communicate
me.
all of this with hand signals. Andre
nod
gets the
at him.
gist of it. He has an
Yeah,
idea of
wink.
what's going on.
Looking at Criella, and it's just that same Eli Manning face.
Alright, yeah, so I'll use Mage Hand to pull the note out of his pocket.
All right, I will have you roll a sleight of hand, as this is not about your ability to do magic. It is about to do it with a very specific kind of finesse.
baby.
Oh, babe.
A giant using sleight of hand
Sleight of
to
hand
pull
plus
a
one.
mess of piece of paper
And I check his pockets for money.
or rob him.
You hear a very humble jingle.
Let's pretend like I didn't tell specifically what to look for, so he just got everything.
Pull out a piece of paper that reads bill of sale, some guys. You also find about 19 gold pieces. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Oh, I was gonna say, can me and Andre just grab one ankle each and just shake him upside down?
I hand it to Corella and say, here you go, brother.
Anyway, I read through it, and I notice it looks like it's more than likely a trade of, let's say,
the prisoners with jobs.
Let me have it, and then I'll attest that I was approached by him
I
earlier.
kind of want to be like
Actually
Ichiku's, the slave trader, but I want to stay incognito, so I
Okay, hand it back
tie
to
it
me.
to one of my daggers, and then throw it in the general direction of the First Mate Siege, and it lands on his desk.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, this is going to be an additional sleight of hand roll, and I hope to God you don't hit Siege, making
hit
him think that
Bones.
this is now an assassination attempt.
Okay, good. Plus
Okay,
4.
awesome. It lands perfectly from the corner of the room, and it hits so swiftly you only hear the thunk of the blade into the chest, and Siege looks down, and he doesn't even know where it came from, and he picks it up, and he reads it over.
Only 1,000 gold for a life.
I have no idea what... He feels his back pocket. I can prove they're thieves. 19 gold. I had 19 gold. They have it. He takes this guy by the collar.
Do any of you have his 19 gold?
Nope, I haven't seen it.
You're rogue.
He has been drinking a lot, so maybe he...
I'm taking him to a guard to see if it's illegal.
And they bounce.
Oh, my dick!
The picture I just posted in Discord, that's how me and Chad were standing behind him.
Right, right.
Now that the coast is clear, I run upstairs stealthily, obviously.
Sure.
And
I'm
I
gonna try to
and
go
I
back
guess
outside and find that arrow that I noticed and see if I can gain any insight into it.
You see the direction that it came from, and you look over at a ship across the harbor with a clear line of vision to the balcony you're on, and it looks to be getting filled up with some bags of flour, things of that nature, getting prepared for a journey. And you notice that there's an empty captain's seat. Make a perception check.
Jesse, you've rolled 3 19s in a row. Jesse's smoking that 19 pack.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what you get for stealing my money.
You get hit in the shoulder. An arrow sinks into your shoulder, and you're gonna take a humble 4 damage.
I run inside and what would you do?
Everyone's kind of looking at you with the new arrow.
Say something, fat ass.
Oh,
Directly to this guy.
I'm a surgeon. Do you need help?
I'm bewildered, but I go, yes, please.
Okay,
Please get this out.
come here and sit on the table.
I'm not so bigoted as to be like, refuse a surgeon's help.
Okay.
He kind of plops you up like putting a child on top of a counter,
This broadhead, this hurt.
and he pulls it all the way out.
God fucking damn it.
He's putting a needle through it.
Rough day, huh?
You're telling me. Hey, would you boys happen to know anything about that ship outside? I don't know if you've been outside at all, but
Which one?
there was a slave trader here, and I think that was his ship.
Slave
I happen
trader.
to-
Oh yeah, I know that guy. He tried to buy me.
Oh, do you know anything about him other than he's a slave trader? Like any rumors around the town?
Well, he always keeps 19 gold in his pocket for good luck. He's like, is there anything else you need to know about these parts?
We happen to be looking for a contact of sorts from the king. Are you going to try to kill me because I said that?
Don't care about King.
Well, thank you very much, sir, and thank you for the patch. Do I
What
owe
do
you
know
anything?
about your contact? If you've talked to everyone inside, dog outside is shapeshifter.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
fuck.
he
We
goes,
should follow
he
that
goes
lead,
back to
Finn.
what he was doing.
I have just a absolutely bewildered look on my face as my preconceptions of race and the meta in general
Looking at that
Worst
dog,
to be
ever.
blasted.
son of a bitch. I've been just eyeing that dog this whole time. Thought it was just a dog, though.
You see a dog curled up sleeping.
I steal someone's food.
Keanu.
Oh, come the fuck on!
The only thing you can grab is lettuce.
I grab lettuce, and I'm very disappointed because Corilla likes dogs.
Damn it, getting that piece of that meat from the arm wrestling would have really come in handy. Can I just
try and
go up
pet
to him
him.
and
I try
start?
and I try and pet him.
His eyes
handle.
kind of open a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, hey."
As soon as he starts talking, I feel really bad for about trying to give a dog lettuce that's apparently sentient, so I just put it in my pocket.
Oh, were you guys the guys that were making all the ruckus?
He kind of shapes himself.
Well, I'm not paid hourly, so
What's your name? I'm assuming you're from the king, and you're not going to try to kill me as soon as I say that.
we have a mutual client, you might say.
Oh, it's a better ship than I thought.
You have been heading out to the open ocean for maybe 40 minutes, enough for the coast to disappear behind you.
Well, I guess we're boned.
So can you give us any additional information about our mission, our raison d'etre, anything? Because we're just kind of shooting in the dark right now.
Look, this in the industry is what we call taking it to them. I was hired to get you some action. Action needs to get done. And here we go.
You are out far enough to where fog begins to roll in, and Horace walks over and drops anchor. He comes up above deck as an ape now, carrying a big heavy box. He points at it and indicates that you should throw it over the deck when you're ready to rock. He pantomimes it, and then flies up into the crow's nest, turns back into a dog. He is asleep within seconds.
Just wanted to relay
Maybe he
that.
has nightmares from all the innocent people he's murdered at sea.
Finn, just throw the box in the water already.
Tossing that bitch in.
It kind of bleeds into the water around it. And eventually you hear the muffled sound of drums. They are upon
Some
you.
slight metagaming. Do merfolk have lungs or gills or both?
I would assume both. Andre, let it Millie rock.
We're gonna start with throwing an ice knife at this middle one. Ooh.
Brutal.
At
I'm not here for
that
some nonsense
projectile
words.
powders on the face of the first one, who then roars at the boat in his little fishy lungy voice.
And I shout, "Stay back, bitches!" And then I cast Shape Water for all of the water that's like splashing against the ship, and to like on this side to freeze it and turn it to ice to make it harder for them to climb up into the ship.
For shame.
Meaning they will have disadvantage trying to get onto the boat from that side. Purple team. His little shitty hands can't quite get a good grip on. This one tries to hit Andre. You swat it out of the air like a fly. And then this guy dives under the water and goes towards the front of the boat.
Jabbing this motherfucker.
You fillet off a large portion of its shoulder. This one manages to get onto the boat. Ooh. This one jumps off of the floating box of bait and does a front flip over Creola and gets behind her. You take 6 damage as he jumps over you and sinks a knife into that same shoulder that you got shot in earlier.
Andre, don't fuck this up.
Ooh.
Do you like do it between your legs or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the most wicked.
And then his point of view slants and he silent shots with his wand, and a hit marker shows up on everybody's vision. Andre kind of knocked me over during his. Yeah, I just hop up here and I poke this guy beneath me with my Yakulwa.
Made up ass
Which is-
word. Get its ass, Benny.
5 damage.
They're getting on the boat.
I'm hurling my net at his ass. Ooh.
He doesn't like what you did.
I look over to Andre and, swallowing my pride and acknowledging the fact that he did just save my ass, I yell over, "Yes, I did steal your brother's money."
You bitch!
In the same motion, I throw out a dart over number 2 over here. And
Just the impact gave him whiplash, and he takes a knee, but he's still with us. They learn from each other quickly, like bees.
To
He
move
jumps and he
earlier.
bonks his head on the side,
yeah.
and it looks like it hurts, and he falls in the water.
what a dumbass.
Bonk, straight to horny jail.
Oh, come on.
Plus,
+6.
you are hitting.
Yay! She takes the bow out, and she knows for a fact she's hitting. There's no question about that. And so it just depends on where she wants to hit. And so when she lets the bow go, she immediately aims for the dart that's still in the middle of his head, and it presses the dart into his head and back through his head.
He's gone. You hit him overboard. You hear loud snoring from above you. Get it on!
Alrighty, I think it's firebolt time, brother.
Make a perception check.
Hey.
The ship you're on is made of wood.
That's what 19 gets me?
You've really got to think about these things. If you had rolled like a 4, I'd be like, man, it looks like a great day for a firebolt.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be. I'm gonna roll a high quality firebolt that's not gonna burn down my ship. I'm gonna cross.
That is
those
up
this
to
one.
you. That is a risk that you need to be
Or
willing
use
to take.
Ray of Frost that doesn't cost the spell.
Yeah,
I'm not-
or you can.
It's unfortunate. Well, gentlemen, my wife just turned off the TV and shut the bedroom door. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
That is our fault. So one of them just got killed. Which one got killed?
The one hanging off the bow.
Bitch, which one's the bow? I don't watch One Piece.
The
Down
bow
here.
is the front.
Over
The
here.
stern is the back. Then there's port.
You
and
don't ever
starboard.
say that shit about the Thousand Sunny again.
Yeah, I want to run and dive into the water, holding my scimitar up above my head in dive form, where I just dive into this guy like a swordfish.
This is
Ooh,
really
badass.
cool. Because it's cool, I will let you roll at advantage.
Boom, bitch.
Damn.
I want you to describe in detail how you kill it, because you did.
I want to, in one fluid motion, I know I'll have my movement stopped by
Fluid
what
Motion
I'm able
is
to
a
do.
fantastic name for a band made completely of water genasi.
I just go clear through this guy and then do like a professional swimmer flip where I kick off this box and use my momentum to start flying at this guy in the water and just get as far over as
Okay.
I can.
Oh yeah.
So this guy is like, you know that that video of that monkey banging on the door trying to get inside? He wants on the boat so badly.
Little old me, I'm unarmed. What should I do? And I reach down and I pick number 3 up by the leg. I've got this bad boy by the leg, and I lift him up in front of me upside down and just say, I'm about to disrespect you. I swing him like a club at number 4.
Usually you can't grapple and go on the same turn, but you have 2-weapon fighting. He counts as a weapon now.
Yes!
Oh, baby!
And then I just go to town.
Not only do you hit him, but you have the divine sense to know that they're both in hell now.
I keep flying in at this guy like a missile. You know how I had all that speed earlier?
Yeah.
And I do a barrel roll in the water as I'm getting to him and come up behind and immediately put him into a full Nelson. So I'd like to use my roll at advantage for a strength check with this guy.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna grapple. He's gonna roll.
Oh my god.
He desecrates you in the underwater wrestling
Damn
department.
it, I'm so sad.
So he not only does he get away, but it's his turn next, which he would use to dash. He's gone.
What the fuck? I set it up for you.
I know, I was trying to hold him so Fim could hit him with the finisher, but he goes.
I was about to.
What?
I yell up to dog. Hey, was that good enough for you?
Oh,
You're alive, and he looks off the edge of the boat, and he looks at the hole, and he goes, "Well, I don't have to scuttle it either. Nice. Everybody level up. You are level 2 now.
Yes. Yes.
Am I still bleeding?
I cast Cure Wounds on that motherfucker.
Hooray.
So yeah, burn your spell slot and heal your rogue.
5 healing.
earlier, whenever I was outside the bar, I gotta tell you, you didn't handle the discretion end of the job very well.
Can you blame us? 2 of us are giants.
Yeah, like what the fuck are we supposed to do?
I'm literally flexing with tassels.
He looks
I'm wearing
like
a cowboy
John.
hat.
I'm honestly just here for a good time.
I don't need your shit.
Well, are you guys feeling fresh, feeling froggy, or are
Yeah,
you...
man.
Oh, really?
Let's go farm some more NPCs, pal.
Okay.
And then I stare out at the fourth
Dogecoin.
wall for a minute.
No,
Where's the
look,
Dogecoin?
the client told me to only get the stuff out if you guys were going to do a really good job.
I'm gonna do the best job, Horace. And then I reach to scratch him behind his ear.
Roll animal handling.
Who's a good boy? Oh
I'm
god,
gonna
he's gonna
get-
cut my arm off.
He
No.
kicks you in the stomach. And
I come down from the barrel and pull out my salad and throw it at his feet and says, "Have it, cur."
have it, cur.
What, did you not have any chocolate? That was all the merfolk bait we packed, but if you tip this barrel overboard, you can probably get something nasty out of the ocean. But, I mean, word to the wise here, this boat's probably a goner if you tip it.
As a rogue, I like to go on the record and say I'd rather not lose the ship.
It's insured, homie.
And I start sprinting back and forth trying to rock the ship.
I'll help you.
That's some good horseplay, but no.
And he points at a sign that says "No horseplay."
I stopped teabagging him.
And Fim, I think I felt that thing on my leg. You're a lucky man.
Client says it's up to you guys. I can sleep either way, so
We can kick it up about 20 notches, or we can take it back to shore.
Oh god, is it a barrel of monkeys?
As you're climbing, you look over at the barrel and you notice that it reads Kraken bait.
I say, "Hey guys, we're gonna fucking die."
Hey Andre, remember that firebolt? I'm excited to remake my character.
Wow, what are the odds they find 4 new Irreverents in a bar next week?
Alright, I'm immediately running and sprinting off the ledge at this big boy right here.
You're going to grapple a Kraken.
No, I'm just running and then like trident out, about to stab it 3 times.
You absolutely blast this tentacle. You feel like you got a lot of business done. So much so you hear a muffled shriek from under the water, and it retracts down below. You are now in the water with a kraken below you.
Think
Criella,
this out.
I'll be firing down at the tentacle next to Judah.
you're hitting. It shrivels up, and it looks about as bad as a kraken tentacle can look.
Now, let's try to focus on one tentacle at a time so we don't die.
I run over and I cast Shape Water to pick Fim up and bring him back into the ship.
Nice.
Things look bad.
I blasted. Chunks of it fly everywhere, and a little bit lands in my mouth.
He is going to hit the boat. You hear a terrible noise. Everything shakes.
Yeesh.
He hits you for 6 damage.
Well, shit. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I run and jump at this motherfucker. Meat's back on the menu.
And your torso is kind of in a suction cup.
This
Criella,
hickey ain't nothing compared to those elves.
Yeah, I yelled on Benny, go down into the hole and try to fix shit. We got it up here, hopefully.
I shout up to Criella, hold these nuts. Breathe underwater
You're a
and
water
shit. Yeah.
Genasi. This is your thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to block the biggest hole with ice. 18.
You seal it completely. Boy,
I
you're,
can feel
you're
it in my
sinking less than you were, which is exciting. Looks like it's time for the Kraken.
Woohoo!
I'm scared.
This one tries to get a hit on the boat, but it's not quite flush, so it doesn't get a great bit of contact, but it still rocks the boat.
Oh, God.
Andre, you take 14 damage.
Well, I'm dead.
You're unconscious. Next up is the small one. It's going to try to hit Fim.
Well, shit.
It's only hitting you for 3 damage, though. It does hurt like hell, though.
I'm going to
Kill that son
do
of a
something
bitch.
wild here, and I'm going to actually swim under the boat and see if I can stab this thing in the eye.
Let's call this a nature check to decipher where the eye of a kraken is.
Then you'll roll to not die.
Plus
you
0.
see it. Roll athletics to get to it.
Fuck.
You begin to swim under the boat.
I got a
And
fucking
You
6.
see a window below deck that you haven't noticed before. On closer inspection, it appears to be made of ice. And through it, you see Benny, who looks confused.
I just wave at him.
Man.
I'm drowning.
I'm gonna shoot at the large tentacle nearest me. What, number 1? Fuck yeah.
Plus,
Plus 4. 8.
you're not quite going to kill this thing. But the cinematic floor is yours. How does Criella take the shot?
She fires into one of the larger suction cups she sees.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes completely through the tentacle. It just goes right through it, and I lament the fact that I lost another arrow in this dumb fight.
Yeah, I just search around and find the second hole
Let's
in the
have-
bottom of the ship.
Let's have you roll. So you're kind of acting as a de facto plumber in this moment. It's very hectic. You're familiar with being underwater, but finding a hole's got to be a little tough with the kraken directly beneath. Let's just say this is a performance check.
I was born for the spotlight. 8.
Roll to freeze it with your spellcasting modifier at disadvantage.
Yang, plus 2.
You freeze the hole completely. You now don't feel any kind of extra current, and you're fairly confident that you've sealed up the damage to below deck.
Hey, it was not my decision to fight this thing. Just want to put that on out there.
Big Tentacle
would
1
go
goes for
home.
another swipe on the deck, and it doesn't quite land flush.
And I specifically remember you saying, "Let's get it on."
Big Tentacle 2 also does not hit. Now we're
still
going with
think-
Small Tentacle.
Eat shit, Kraken.
Criella, make a perception check.
Jesse, that was a good move to get in the crow's nest.
11 plus 1, so 12.
With your bird's eye view of everything, you notice that the barrel says baby Kraken bait.
This is just a baby.
In Violente, you are up.
Righteous. Well, I'm still going for this motherfucker's eye, so
Have
I'm
a
coming.
Just
Right.
go ahead and roll your damage.
3 plus 3, so 11.
There's a visceral feedback to the hit you land. This tentacle retracts. You feel like you've really gotten a lot done with that hit.
Fuck yeah, Judah.
You also feel like you need to breathe air.
I'm drowning.
In the air is the best water, as it's often said at sea.
Worth it.
My primary concern is the security of the hull, so I'm gonna go for the big tentacle number 2 with my bow.
Ty goes to the attacker.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's gone.
Holy shit, I shot a bow or arrow at it and it disappeared.
It just obliterated it.
You've covered the gaps in the hole pretty well, but there's a lot of water. Benny, what do you do?
I start making my way towards the exit. I freeze some of the water in here just because I just want a walking surface.
That's
I just get up here and I'm like,
enough.
gee willikers, what happened to Andre?
Roll a death saving throw.
Yes, sir.
Benny, you look at Andre and notice that he's unconscious and he looks horrible, but he's breathing. You also notice that there's a tentacle whipping at you. It pounds into your sternum, giving you a firm 5 damage and blasting you against the side of the ship.
Yeah, I'm hauling ass like Michael Phelps to the top of the water right now. Plus, I think that's a bunch.
You surface and you take a big breath of air.
Open sesame, bitch.
Can I get an advantage for doing something cool? I noticed there's only one tentacle left, and I so assume...
That's right.
Or no, I hope that this is the last portion of this, let's say, encounter we're having. And so I look over to the dog that's asleep and give him 1 pat. And then I jump off this fucking crow's nest and draw out my short sword and cut this tentacle in half.
This is going to be an acrobatics check.
Plus 6, so 15. Let's say about a third of the way up on this tentacle, and I just start slicing it through and letting the momentum carry me through the cut.
Lovely. This tentacle, mid-cut, shoots below the water. You don't sense any more danger.
I always hated calamari. That's my one.
You had the floor for the one-liner, and that's what you got?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, somebody should probably do CPR on Andre so he doesn't die.
Okay, yeah, now that we are out of combat, I just want to say, Judah or Chad, are you watching this Blazers game on a second monitor?
Yes, I am. I'm going back and forth.
Going ape shit.
Yes, don't worry.
Now, and Damian Lillard has like 55 points and hit a fadeaway 3 to send it to overtime, then just hit another to send it to double overtime, and then I heal him.
All right.
Then I start my trek of gaslighting Andre, and I'm going to continue to hurt him myself, but then curing him so that he only remembers that I cured him and forgets I was the one who hurt him in the first place.
How ironic, considering how many people Chad has gaslit.
Yeah, that's the Chad special. If I were hitting him back with it.
And then he looks below deck, and then he looks back at you and he goes, "Wow, you're alive."
Nice observation. Thank you for the help.
Well, it looks like I only have to pay for repairs, so I'm making a hell of a heel turn. Way to go, guys.
It was insured, bitch.
Yeah, really the insurance company will pay for this shit.
I'll give you 100 gold apiece if you sink it.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, I start repeatedly casting shape
do we have
water
to-
and
do we have
bringing
to-
water onto the boat.
I quickly
Wait.
ask, do you have a lifeboat or
Yeah,
something?
can we sink it closer to harbor?
I mean, I can turn into a buzzard or something and leave. I don't know what you guys do.
All right, yeah, let's get closer to harbor.
We arrive all standing on the crow's nest, which is now the only thing above water.
Jack Sparrow style.
You guys arrive back at the Reach.
Woohoo!
Can we not do another water level, please?
Oh, I had fun.
You see the monument to Tarsha and the scrawling of the Wayfinder's prayer, which reads, "I pray her Caesar loving, and give thanks as they provide, and if I shan't return ashore, I'm home beneath her tides."
Just turn and DX the statue, then flip it off.
A sailor, who's kind of by you, sees you disrespecting Tarsha, and he says,
What was your problem?
Say, sir, I am 13 feet tall, 800 pounds. Do something. I think that's got it. Plus, I think it's plus 2.
Why,
17.
so you are. I'll be away then.
"Does she not speak to you?"
He doesn't speak to anybody, dipshit.
"Well, she speaks to me."
You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I say, can we please not have the religion debate here? Like right now.
Carlisle walks up to you, and he has his helmet off, and he is eating some food that he got from here.
Hey, can I have a bite?
Yeah, man, sure. And he throws you an apple.
Mmm.
So what would you have done if we died by Kraken?
You fought a kraken? He's like,
Oh yeah,
laughing.
man, we whooped its ass. It was awesome. But your friend's boat's gone.
It's just like, holy shit.
He's like eating. He's still eating apples. Like, holy shit! Why?
I don't know. The contact said it was a good way to get our weight up.
I didn't tell him to do that. What?
Oh well, it worked. I'm feeling ready to kick some ass.
Oh, you feel a little strong. He leans in a little bit. He's like, Benny. Oh, you guys all look a little bit more weathered. I guess the salt of the sea will do that to you.
Or the picture I just posted in Discord, is that what Carlisle looks like?
You're not where I need you to be personally, but you're better than you were. Tell you what, I've got an idea. Fem, you're scheduled to fight tonight, 7 o'clock.
Are you shitting me?
Are you shitting me?
Are you shitting me?
You'll be at the pit tonight, and we are going to do something a little special. And he looks like actually cheerful.
What does this have to do with saving the kingdom?
He looks at the rest of you and he goes, "Oh, you're all fighting tonight at the pit. Oh, isn't that gonna be fun?"
Woohoo! Yeah,
I feel like we're getting used and abused, boys.
No.
I'm not really up for the fighting shit. I can sneak and I can investigate some stuff, but like this isn't really out for me.
Oh, that's. Ooh. So, this is a conditional to your pardon. I hate to say I've got you by the balls here, because that implies a lot of things, Criella. But just work with me, not for me. Work with me. Work for good old Carlisle. I've got you covered.
I just like context of what the fuck's going on.
I have a schmambling schmadiction.
Oh, Carlisle, you kid or you?
If you win,
Oh boy, we're fighting in the pit. Let's go.
I only have you locked in for 6 rounds. Fem, I know you've only ever made it to 5, but brawls are a little different. If you're fighting with a team, the rules change a bit. Look, you'll figure it out as you go. Flying colors, smooth seas, skilled sailors.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Hey,
walks
wait
away.
a minute.
You see flyers hanging up kind of all around for the Caravan Arcanum Carnival. The picture in the flyer has fireworks in it that are moving and popping on the paper. And if you touch the paper, a small puff of magic glitter flies out of the page.